Hello everyone, it's Old Guardian here. We have finally reached the stage at Madness at the Darkmoon Faire where we can start trying to look at what are the top decks. The first days of a new expansion, of course, characterized by people trying out all sorts of new cards, most of which will inevitably turn out to be bad and not really worth playing. And that also inflates the win rates of many archetypes, so it's just a complete mess. But now people are stopping playing the bad cards and we're getting to see which decks are inherently powerful. The next stage after this one will be when people will start to tech against these strong decks, and we will see which one of them really have the survivability, really have the power to survive being targeted, being teched against, and which ones will fall in that hurdle. But at the moment we know what are the inherently strong decks in early Madness at the Darkmoon Faire, and in this video I'm going to take a look at the 6 best decks. And coming in at number 6 is ETC, OTK Warrior, Control Warrior, call it what you will, the warrior deck with the ETC God of Metal combo. If you're unfamiliar with this combo, you play ETC God of Metal, you shoot it with your Penflinger, then you make 2 copies of it with Bloodstone Mercenaries, you give all of the stuff rush with the animated broomstick, and boom boom boom. You rush into opponent's minions and you deal 42 damage to face. And you can also do partial combos. It's a pretty complicated deck in that sense, but lots of opportunities for that. But the combo is conditional. You need to have some targets that you can run into. And that makes it pretty weak against Priest, pretty weak against Warriors, which can just starve out the deck and let it go to fatigue. But it's strong against Demon Hunters, it's pretty good in many other cases. It can also be played as a Control Warrior, so you can play that Risky Skipper, Armor Smith, Bloodstone Mercenary, the Armor Smith style to fight against Aggro. So it has quite a lot of strengths against Aggro decks, against mid-range decks. It has some real difficulties beating control decks, despite being sort of a combo deck. But there are not that many control decks in the meta anyway, so ETC Warrior seems to be the top warrior archetype at the moment. But will that last? That's uncertain. There are a lot of viable control warrior archetypes. There's the Cocoon Warrior, there's Enrage Warrior, there's Bomb Warrior. All of them seem capable. Which one will come out on top once everything is fine-tuned? It's hard to say, but in the early days, ETC Warrior is the go-to version of Warrior. Coming in at number 5 is another new archetype from Madness at the Darkmoon Faire. Well, sort of new. It's been around, it's back now, it was gone for a while. It's Evolve Shaman. Cage Match Custodian, tutoring for that box spine knuckles, allowing Shaman to extremely reliably get access to those evolve effects. It's just a phenomenal combination, and this deck can high roll real hard. You just get stuff on the board, you evolve them, they become bigger and they become bigger, and boom boom boom, they go face, they value trade and evolve after that, and it can just get really crazy. Evolve Shaman is strong against many of the decks that are not part of the top. This is a great deck for farming. Those decks are not absolutely at the top. Priests, Rogues, Mages. But then again, some of the more aggressive top tier decks, Acro Demon Hunters, all sorts of Hunter decks, Face Hunters, Highlander Hunters, they are pretty difficult to handle with Evolve Shaman. Coming in at number 4 is the Paladin deck of the day, and that is Pure Paladin. Liberum Paladin used to be better than Pure Paladin during Scholomance Academy, but Liberum Paladin is still being refined for this meta. The current attempts with something like Yoke Serons and stuff, they don't seem to be very successful, but Liberum Paladin core is still strong. Liberum Paladin can still make a comeback, but for the time being, Pure Paladin is the superior choice. Pure Paladin got Hammer of the Naru, and they got High Exarch Urel, a couple of really strong additions to the deck, and Pure Paladin can just out-heal aggressive decks and it can out-pressure control decks. So fairly strong deck, and it's also strong against some of the top meta contenders like Soul Demon Hunters and Warriors right now. But Acro Demon Hunter as the premium aggro deck right now might be a little bit too fast even for Pure Paladin's defensive prowess. If they find the Liberum of Hope early, if everything goes perfectly, then yeah, they can do things. But if they don't, then Acro Demon Hunter just might be a little bit too fast. With Madness at the Darkmoon Faire, Acro Demon Hunter has returned to the top tier of decks, and it's strong against Paladins, it's strong against Shaman, but it has some weaknesses against Warriors, Soul Demon Hunters, so some of the other top tier decks, so there are some problems in Paradise. Overall though, Acro Demon Hunter got some really sweet additions in the new expansion. Wriggling Horror, phenomenal aggro card, is going to see a lot of play in various aggro decks. Dreadlord's Bite, really sweet weapon, and Stealth Stepper has turned out to be phenomenal. Getting that card, getting that additional attack, just it's face time. Some of the early lists were toying around with Acrobatics, but Acrobatics proved to be a bad card, and now that the deck has returned to its Skull of Gul'dan Altruist the Outcast roots, it is performing just so much better. Even so, Aggro Demon Hunter is only the second best Demon Hunter archetype, coming in at number 2 of all decks, Soul Demon Hunter. Soul Demon Hunter is really strong, and it farms its class competitor, the Acro Demon Hunter. It has weaknesses against Paladins and Warriors, but other than that it is very strong. It got a bunch of new tools in the new expansion. There's Relentless Pursuit for some more attack, there's Ilgenot, and Ilgenot is one of the weakest performing cards in the list actually, and there are some very successful Soul Demon Hunter lists that don't even run Ilgenot. But Ilgenot allows them to do OTK combos, which on the other hand is good against slower decks, so it depends on the meta a little bit, but even if you don't have Ilgenot, don't worry, Soul Demon Hunter is still playable. And the really best new addition to Soul Demon Hunter is actually only a rare card, it's Bladed Lady. You often have that 6 attack, Bladed Lady is going to cost 1, it's going to come in with Rush, it's going to clear the way and allow you to push through and then also remain as a threat on the board. Just a phenomenal card for this archetype. However, the number 1 position goes to an old favorite. It is Highlander Face Hunter. Highlander Hunter used to be this sort of a bit slower deck with lots of dragons and Dragon Queen Alexstrasza, but during Scholomance Academy the archetype morphed into very aggressive shell. Zephrys the Great, Dino Tamer Bran, they are used to go face, and that's what the deck does. Now the deck has actually become the best place to put in these new Secret Synergy cards that were introduced for Hunter in Madness at the Darkmoon Faire, because stuff like Petting Zoo and stuff like Mystery Winner and Open the Cages, they have found an ideal home in a Highlander shell as opposed to a pure Secret Hunter shell that would run duplicates. And Highlander Hunter is just really strong right now. It doesn't have many notable weaknesses, like Paladin is one of the few decks that has a positive win rate against this, and it's basically slightly favored against just about every other deck in the top 6, and then it's highly favored against all of the off-meta decks. So very powerful archetype, very aggressive, and with Zephrys and Bran, it just has awesome amounts of punch. Of course, the next thing that's going to happen in the meta is that all of the top decks are going to start being targeted. How well are they going to survive that? We don't know yet. There's still some archetypes that have not been completely refined, such as Libram Paladin. Libram Paladin looks pretty promising against Highlander Hunter already, and it's still a little bit unrefined for this meta, so once it's fully refined, how good is it going to be? We don't know yet. Secret Rogue is another one. Secret Rogue, there are some promising Secret Rogue decks, but most of them, once you get the 1000, 2000 games in with them, they just seem to fall apart in the end. They just can't last. And then there's some other warrior decks besides the ETC warrior. Stuff like Kutoon Warrior looks really promising, looks really unrefined at the moment. So there's still a bunch of decks that are pretty early in their refinement cycle. They are going to be able to rise on top, and these decks are going to start to be teched against, so how well are they going to survive? The meta will look a little bit different in the next 2 weeks, but right now these are the top 6 decks if you're looking to climb to Legend or to whatever rank you want on the ladder. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the show, please click the like button and subscribe to my channel for more.